it's so fucking creepy. I don't know
It's
why he.
just
Is it because it's so disturbing? Is that why you find it actually?
Yeah, it's just I don't want to keep looking at it. And I don't have to. Um,
so, but you probably will.
no, I won't because I have another chat in this channel that is private only to me that I use for my notes for the episode. So I pulled that up real quick. Um,
Or D&D or whatever else he happens to be working on at the time.
yeah, it does
Yeah.
have D&D stuff in it too, actually. Um, it also has a
Oh,
list of all of the stuff I want to go over in the podcast, like over time. Like that list we came up with probably 20 episodes ago now. Oh man.
quite the longevity y'all are packing on.
Yeah, we're working
Yeah,
on
a
shit.
bit.
Um, what do I want to? How do I want to start this? Well, hello and welcome to the Swear Jar. Uh, as you hear a new voice on the podcast, it is the ginger fuck himself, Patrick. The ginger fuck.
I just always called him St. Patty.
Yeah.
I really tried to make Ginger Jesus a thing, but Catholics.
There are just certain things that even me, we cannot have. All right. I was okay with it. You really got to talk to Gerbil. He was the one that was not okay with putting you on a cross. All right. Like, there are certain lines that had to be drawn because of Gerbil, and I just left it alone.
Look, I was gonna design the T-shirt myself. It's
I
gonna be
believe
I
great.
have no doubt about that. Me. Oh Lord.
Oh man. So I want to go over some weird shit that I have found over the week. um, let's see. Let's start with the inclusive M&Ms. It's literally all I wrote for my title or for my note, and that is that.
Inclusive.
Yeah, the M&M company. You know the commercial with the M&Ms, the talking M&Ms that they've had for our entire lives.
Yeah.
Let's say since the beginning of television.
Yeah, so they're about to change. They
Okay.
they literally just called it more inclusive. So I'm assuming there's gonna be gay M&Ms. Um,
That
I'm
sounds pretty stupid, but okay.
yeah, I really don't know what else to say about it. I found an article earlier that had to talk that was like the bisexual Superman and the gay Aquaman teamed up, and I'm like, can you just say like that they teamed up for a crazy thing? Like, why do you have to specify that it's the gay and the bi one? Like, that
Because they want to specify because the gay and bi, like the bi Superman is Clark Kent's son.
yeah,
That's why they're specifying like that.
See, but I think
But
we're
not
all
Superboy
missing.
Prime? Question mark?
I think we're all missing the most disappointing part of this whole conversation. They
what?
missed a golden opportunity.
Which is
Hmm.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the yellow peanut or the yellow M&M the peanut M&M?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't just announce the dude that already had a nut in him that he was gay. They have to bring in a whole new M&M.
I don't know if they're bringing. No, they're like changing all the M&Ms up. Like apparently the green sassy M&M is going to be even more so. I feel like they're gonna make them look more anthropomorphic. Is what I'm afraid of. Honestly, is that they're
That
not
would
gonna
be
look like.
terrifying.
I know that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid they're gonna Sonic it. All right, and it's gonna.
Wait, so you're afraid of the idea of there being tits on an M&M?
I mean, it just. I don't know if I'm
Even more
afraid.
terrifying. What if they Ninja Turtle it?
Yeah,
Oh
see,
Ugh.
no.
that was what I thought they were gonna do is more Ninja Turtle
M&M's in
style.
a half shell?
Yeah,
M&M's in a half shell. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know how that's.
yeah, yeah.
And now the song's
Well,
stuck
just
in
think
my
it.
head.
Well, just think
Yes,
about
it
it. You
is.
also have like the orange one that's like part pretzel, and then you have like
Oh man.
Exactly. Like I feel like it's an insincere cash grab at this point. Like
Yeah,
they could just introduce the M&Ms as that we already know that they already have as gay or bi or trans or all of these different shades of the rainbow, and it would work out great. Like, but they're revamping it so they can make a big announcement and make more money.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all a money grab.
I mean, because the
Yeah.
green
Branding
M&M,
initiatives.
she's been a bad bitch since like day one. She's been fighting people, and
Mhm.
like there was that gunfighting scene that aired like 3 times. You know, it was dope. Like they don't really need it; they just want money.
Yeah.
Oh
It,
yeah.
it's like when we talked about the second fucking Forrest Gump book. Could be described as something like a money grab, you know, like a
Yeah,
cash steal, something like that. You know, where you just write a book over a weekend and sell millions of copies. All
yeah.
because
Like, yeah, I mean really, that's all they did.
It's just disturbing. I
Yeah.
mean, what would George Washington say? Mark, you knew him best.
God
Damn.
damn. That joke
You'd
has
be
not
very
been.
upset.
Yeah, that joke has not been brought into the podcast. That technically, when when of the 3 main hosts, Mark is technically the youngest, but is the only one to get shit from AARP.
That's because your fucking brother gave it to me. Scott brought that shit up today. He's like, "Oh, I know what he's gonna give you for your birthday. He's gonna laminate that AARP card." I'm like, "I fucking hate you guys."
I feel like we should like trick out a walker with like a unicorn horn and like streamer like they do on like the little kids bikes.
Oh, Patrick, you don't know. I
Some
have
No,
fringe.
Patrick, stop. Patrick, please stop.
I
I'm
have.
about to say, don't we still owe him a super soft birthday party?
That's what I was bringing up. Is that I have super soft birthday balloons for Marky Mark. Okay. And my cousins have horses. I will put a fucking unicorn horn on one of them. All right, and Mark.
They'd let you do it for a day.
Yeah, and we will get pictures of Mark on a unicorn. Okay, we will
No,
do this.
no, you won't. No,
Yes,
you won't.
Mark, with enough tequila, anything is possible.
Mhm.
I don't drink.
You'll be very happy to sit at that cupcake decorating station afterwards.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
you're gonna be like,
the cupcake decorating station is listed as the highlight of the party. Okay, I think we'll all be at the cupcake decorating station.
I'll
yeah.
be
At some
at
point.
the liquor station.
Yeah.
Kenny
Oh,
or Jazz will be over there, and he'll be like putting pentagrams on the cupcakes and just slipping them onto people's plates when they're not looking.
oh yeah, I'd be all about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he would do.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
He'll be the old black frosted cupcakes. Nobody else will know where to find them.
I will bring
Yeah.
black frosting. All right, I'll have
Where
like
did the cupcakes go?
I'll have like one of those tubes of just black frosting in my pocket and just walk out and just like draw a pentacle real quick on somebody's eye and just walk away. And be like, "What the fuck was that?" Right? Because I'm not gonna say I'm really good at it, but I have drawn a significant amount of pentacles in my life. Okay.
So what the fuck was that? Don't ask. What?
No,
Don't.
yeah, just don't ask.
It's a blessing or a curse, depending upon how you look at it.
So Marky Mark, I do have an actual question that I'm just gonna bring up on the
Okay.
podcast because I have yet to bring it up on the podcast. Has your fiance ordered me what I'm wearing to your wedding yet?
I believe so, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well I
Wait,
hope
we
she.
couldn't make Kenny the flower girl?
No, I'm
No,
just
he's
I
wearing something
refuse
very
to be in another wedding so soon. All right, like the 2 weddings are way too close together for me to even consider it. But I will say, if any of your groomsmen drop out, I will do it for you on the condition that I get to wear the kilt. All right, because I'm wearing the fucking kilt. Damn it! Like,
Telling you, man, it's dangerous. You wear it once, you never want to go back.
you know what, dude? It's okay. Because once I have it, I will wear it to every single special event I can.
Look, I'm telling you right now,
Including birthday
you wear
parties.
you wear it, you put on pants, and you feel violated.
Dude,
You're like, why is there all this fabric? What am I doing?
you say that,
It's so constricting.
but I'm the dude that like sleeps basically naked and then gets up and puts like long johns on because it's cold outside. So, like, no, I'm used to having a lot of fabric. One of my favorite sensations in the world is at the end of the day when I take the long johns off right now. I cannot wait for spring. I love winter because like it kills off all the like pollen and shit for a little bit, and I can breathe really
Oh, fuck that!
well.
It straight up kills off bugs, and that's why I'm happy.
Yeah, okay, you're not wrong.
I'm not even gonna lie on that one. It kills bugs. I'm happy that they're gone.
Yeah. But I cannot wait for spring. I cannot wait to get on my motorcycle. All right. Dad and I did a test fitting for the 14-inch ape hangers, and they look beautiful. But now I need longer cables so I can get all my controls mounted, which is going to be fun. Dad and I looked at it, and because all of my cables, minus like two, are going to go inside the handlebars, it's not going to be the most fun to drag those fuckers through the handlebars. But you got to do what you got to do,
Mhm.
and it's going to
Yep.
be a real party. I'm gonna have that and music, and it's going to be great. I can't wait.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
I am going to have to take a short exit, and I will return.
All right.
But I will be back in just a bit.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Got to deal with them children.
Mhm.
They're not his kids, but he babysits for.
But you're
his
helping. You're helping society, which helps other
Yeah.
people.
So I'm gonna talk about something else for a minute then, while he's gone, because
Mhm.
something I already talked to him about this. So the other day, I was at work, and I've gotten so used to my truck where I have the keyless entry and I can just type in the code that
Mhm.
I never think about where my keys are, because if they're not in my pocket or in the building, they're in the truck and I can just get into the truck. Well, I left my keys in I left Dad's keys in Dad's truck the other night, or the other day at work.
Oh, he
Yeah,
doesn't have the keyless thing, does he?
no, not at all. Um,
Mm.
but fortunately enough, I was able to pop open his back glass because he's got one of those old school trucks with the plastic clip that holds the back glass shut.
Nah, and all you need is just like a knife that'll pretty much reach through and poke it out.
Yeah, just poke it enough to slide it open.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to do that and then climb into the window, which not fun at my size. Still did it.
Dude, could you imagine somebody like me looking at it just going, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work."
Well, I walked inside because it was so fucking cold outside. I could barely feel my fingers after smoking a cigarette.
Look, not as cold as it was last week. All right, straight up.
It was pretty fucking cold though. Yeah, you're right though. And so I walked inside, and one of the guys is he's a fair amount skinnier than me. He's been dieting
Mhm.
and losing weight. He's getting ready to join the military, and told him, I was like, "Yo, dude, if I can't squeeze through the back glass of this truck, like I got it open, but I don't know if I can squeeze through it or not. I'm just letting my hands warm up, so I can actually
Mhm.
reach and feel and grab and just squeeze my way back out, and not have to climb all the way through the
Mhm.
damn truck." Um,
Mhm.
and I go out there and I manage to do it, but my dad has a fucking toolbox on the back of his truck. And as I go to slide out, my hoodie gets caught on the toolbox and pulls all the way up, and my just bare stomach lays on this ice metal toolbox.
Oh.
And I'm just like, oh, cold. Oh, fucking cold. So glad I work in front of a grill. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all.
okay. Also, before Patrick gets back, because I don't know how
Mhm.
long he'll be. Um, he's kind of a random special guest. He has a lot going on in life. I don't know if he'll even make it back before
Yeah.
the end of the episode, but well,
He possibly
he
might.
should. Um, I have an idea for you two because
Yay.
I'm the one who does like the creepy stuff, episodes. I'm the one who does the studies for that, and Mark just kind of listens to the same podcast series I do. So anytime one
Mhm.
of them come up that are on that, which I'm trying to make it rare. The problem is they've been around for a decade, so it's hard to find
Mhm.
good shit that they haven't already covered. Um, just to be
Yeah,
honest.
if it's the podcast I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can mention it's
Yeah.
last podcast. There are multiple, like, I listen to other podcasts, and there are multiple podcasts out there besides them, like, obviously,
Mm.
that call them out by name. That just be like, yeah, no, we get that last podcast did this like 5 years ago, but the problem is they've got like a decade on everybody on doing this shit. So it's kind of hard to
Mhm.
find stuff it's like, if I were to talk about World War II or any history shit, I would immediately start referencing Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. All right, like anybody
Yeah, I
who's
listened to that too. He is so good.
yeah, I mean, like that's where those references would come from. Any history stuff we do, that's probably where I'm going to get the source material because it's so intensely thorough that like I don't know that I would want to deal with like multiple sources in that range because he does like 5 hour podcasts, like they're not
Oh
short.
yeah,
All right, like he
like
does
if he
not.
goes in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
What?
I actually have an interesting like little bit of tidbit like video gaming news that I was kind of curious to see if you guys ever kept up with.
What?
This kind of happened last week. I should have mentioned it then on the podcast, but I didn't. Did you hear about Microsoft's newest acquisitions?
No, what they
Yeah.
acquire?
They bought out Activision and Blizzard.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, for like 68.7 billion, somewhere around there.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. The only
They're
problem
watching
is
the
that my only complaint is there's still a scumbag CEO sitting at the top of the list that needs to go.
Yeah.
I think they said he was, yeah.
No, he
Let's
needs
see,
to go
Elon.
now.
Yes, we know that, but
Which scumbag CEO? The Blizzard one?
No, just Bobby Kotick.
I don't know which one that one is. I know.
He's responsible for a lot of like practices that happen in the office that were definitely like frowned upon, and somebody
Oh,
should have
okay, the
said
sexual
something long
harassment
before
one.
then.
Yeah, the sexual
Yeah.
harassment one. That's the Blizzard one. If I remember.
Well, I mean, but he has influences in both of the departments for it. He actually probably was instigating a few things here and there.
Yeah. No, I know who you're talking about now. I didn't know
Yeah.
him by name just because like honestly, I try not to keep up with scumbag people like that.
Mhm.
It's one of those weird things. I keep up with so many murderers and horrible people that like I don't have time to keep up with the horrible politicians and CEOs and all of that shit that we deal with on a day-to-day basis too. Like they're just
I understand that.
it's something about them. It's like they're the horror is too real. Like some of the
Yeah.
crazy shit you read about, like or fucking hear about at all about serial killers. Some of it's so horrible it's hard to truly imagine. But and it's hard, it's not right to say it's something as simple as sexual harassment, but something like that is a lot easier to comprehend and wrap your mind around than,
Yeah.
like some of the shit the people did.
Like blowing somebody's brains out with a shotgun on a love seat.
Yeah, that was the thing, the Menendez brothers, not great. But that brings me up to that actually brings me completely to a new point. The other day, I think it was Saturday. I don't fucking remember. My days kind of blurred
It was
together.
a day.
Yeah, it was a day. I watched a 3-part documentary called Murder at Starved Rock. It was on HBO. It's very good. Very well done documentary, and I'm hoping that they put a 4th part out, in the next 6 months to a year because like the end of part 3 ends on like a cliffhanger DNA, like going to get tested for the first time after a murder that happened 60 years ago, and they finally have DNA tests available nowadays type shit. So like they're gonna do that. But the whole time, like, they're blaming this one dude. This one dude who was in prison for 60 years for a triple murder. He finally got parole after the lawyer who put him away passed away. And the whole time, I'm just not sure if he did it or not.
Don't say he's an innocent man.
I don't believe he's innocent, but I also
Yeah.
don't believe he did it by himself. And the guy who he did it with was supposed to like vouch for him in court, and instead of vouching for him,
He
uh,
flipped.
he flipped, took some money, and ran. So that's what I think actually happened. But there's also the possibility that he's completely innocent and was framed by these other two guys who actually did it, because both of them disappeared from the town shortly thereafter. One of them came back because his dad
yeah,
was a
that's
prominent figure, but yeah, it's just like, I'm not sure if he did it or not. Like, I really can't tell, and it's really fucking crazy. The lawyer who put him away was very convinced that he did it, but was not convinced he did it alone, and just couldn't get the evidence of the second party. But like, it's just so much. The only weird thing that like I feel like they could have left out of the fucking thing was, at one point they're talking to this woman, and the whole time, like the whole first part and the whole like most of the second part, and I think it's either in the second part or the third part, I can't remember. She seems super fucking credible. She's like, I'm the granddaughter of such and such, like my grandfather, I remember like the parties after the court trial and this and that and all this crazy stuff. Um, and then all of a sudden, like they cut to her again and she's laying out crystals. And I'm like, oh god damn it. She was credible. What the fuck are you doing? Why is she pulling out crystals? And she's like, so I'm psychically aware and I'm going to try and channel the spirits. And I would be so much more okay with it if she wasn't such a bad actor or actress, to be honest. Like, she's just like keeps rubbing her legs and is like, yeah, like, oh, I'm getting cold chills and I'm feeling a presence next to me, and they're just saying, no, you don't want to go into this. And I'm like, bitch,
You're right, because I'm facepalming at the prospect of it.
yeah, I'm like, woman, you are 400 pounds of fake, like, psychic. Please, please stop. All right? Like, I thought you were just eccentric with your weird chair. Then you pull out stones and a mirror, and, like, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. And I'm like, oh, God, I can't. Yeah,
That's the reason there's bad names for other things.
yeah. She said, I remember her saying that she wouldn't call herself a psychic. She was spiritually aware. Yeah. So that we went down a tangent.
There are probably children that are more spiritually aware than she is.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. I went down on a tangent, and what I wanted to say a minute ago about, like, you guys, before you said something about video game stuff, it is video game related.
Okay.
I feel like I want you two to work on an episode. And I feel like I have the perfect thing for the two of you to work on together. All right? And it's just because
Okay.
I feel like especially Mark, if he gets it out, maybe he'll stop fucking talking about it so much. And that is
The
to
Witcher.
to do a deep dive into the Witcher lore. To do a full like episode, if it takes 2 episodes, fine, just a full on Witcher deep dive, you know?
Okay, dude.
The problem is my knowledge of the lore is not as expansive, so I'd have to spend a few days.
Yeah, but the thing
I'd do
is,
it.
Mark's knowledge is very expansive, and if he can write out stuff, you can talk about it as well, because you do know stuff, and I don't know a goddamn thing about The Witcher. I know that the guy's name is
Oh,
like
so you'd be
Geralt.
Ben Kissel.
Yeah,
Geralt.
sure, yeah. Let's go with that.
You're like, yeah, that one sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, it does technically sound correct. All right, like that is it. sounds right, but that doesn't mean it makes any sense in my brain. You
That
know?
doesn't mean I'm gonna flip you a coin.
Yeah. But I feel like that would be something that Mark, you know a shit fuck ton about. Dooms, you know a fair amount about. I don't know a
Yeah.
goddamn thing, so I can ask questions. You know, would be
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dooms, what game
Aw,
do
man.
you know like that?
There are so many different games I've played. The problem is finding one that I know too many details about.
Oh,
Uh,
well, on a different note then, since that'll
but,
give you
uh,
guys
but 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 most of my knowledge is like mechanics of things and such.
yeah.
Lore wise, there are very few that I actually like do a whole lot on the lore for.
Okay. Well, I know Marky Mark knows a stupid amount of Witcher lore,
Mm.
Yeah.
like an unnecessary amount.
It's not unnecessary.
I mean, it could be unnecessary.
It could be, but not.
So, Patrick, if he gets back in time, like I said, he's starting a new D&D campaign here soon through Discord.
Yep.
And it's going to be very interesting. Um, I think I'm gonna be a bard. I'm gonna be a bard, and it's gonna
You
be
are.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
The question is, are you going to be the bard who's that guy?
I'm going to be the death metal bard.
Oh, that I could get behind. All right.
Yeah, like god damn it, what's the name
So do
of
you
that?
use minor? So do you use minor illusion to create your own guitar and such?
It's not going to be an illusion. I'm going to have a battle axe with guitar strings on it. That it is an electric
Oh,
battle axe. It's going to be an electric guitar battle axe.
well, you could still use. You could still use actually like.
I don't know if Patrick's definitely given me that or hopefully given me
You,
that.
you could use a couple of different things. You could use like a couple of different variations of minor illusion in order to create like your amp for it, and then control the volume at which it's heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to have some fun with it. But after talking with him, I think what we're going to end up having to do because like there's going to be inexperienced players in the campaign, and it's hard to, over Discord, wrap your mind around just talking where your characters are when you're new to the game. So instead, I believe what's going to happen is I'm going to share my screen. Dooms and I are going to be in Tabletop Simulator. My screen is going to be pointed straight down at the table wherever the characters are, or at an angle, some sort of
Hmm.
quote unquote camera so that everybody can
Yeah.
see what's going on. And Dooms, because I don't want to move the camera, will be moving characters around wherever people tell him to.
Oh, so I gotta play Manip? All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, one of us has to, and it's easier for the camera to be static. And
I mean, we could still trade off every once in a while.
the problem is your internet's not as good as mine, so your camera view looks like Garbo. I mean, it just looks like pixelated shit.
Fair.
All right.
Unfortunately, fair.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick.
I
I'm just being real here.
just don't want to be Manip all the time. That's all.
Well, if Patrick gets his laptop going.
Means I have to sit down and actually learn tabletop a little bit better than I know currently.
No, because you'll just literally, at the beginning, it's just going to be a chessboard with pieces on it, and
Mhm.
you're just going to be like, Patrick will just go put the bad guys here, here, and here, put the good guys, wherever you guys want to be. Go
Mhm.
tell Dooms where you want to move. Ahead 3, left 1, like
Mhm.
treat it almost like chess at the beginning, and then once things get further along, you won't be full manipulator because we're talking about using like the fog of war features and shit so that
Oh.
yeah, nobody will see the map until it gets opened up. Yeah.
Hey, yo, line of sight the thing.
Yeah. It's gonna be a whole annoying thing that
Have you seen line of sight modifiers for dense foliage?
No.
It's not very far at all.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I know that I was reading the raft stuff earlier, Dooms.
Ooh.
I'm very excited for chapter 3 to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you looked at it at all?
Nope, because I'm keeping it a fresh surprise.
I will say the new
I
islands look
I know
really
you're.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look really cool. Very different.
Mhm.
Definitely gonna need some clothing options taken care of. Like,
I've
you
never
know,
played
Like
that
more
game.
armor or question mark?
no, like maybe a jacket or some like boots, you know?
Oh, so they're
Like,
cold islands.
dude, the one
Are we
picture
sailing around the One Piece world? I mean, seriously, am I right?
I have no fucking
Like,
idea, man.
okay, One Piece has this like innate thing that sometimes you end up going to an island, it's a complete desert. All right, you go
Are
to
you
the
talking
next
about
island
One Piece?
over. Yes, just for a brief moment because I'm using it as an analogy for the idea of that. But like they ended up the island before they ended up to the desert one at Alabaster. This is really early in the story, by the way.
Yeah,
Uh,
like first 200 episodes.
But when they go to Chomper's Island for Whale Island, that's an island that it's just all it does is snow. It's just cold fucking year round and snows year round.
Why would people
That's
live
all that
there?
island does.
Why would anyone live there? I don't understand.
Because I mean, it's outside of. Well, I can't remember. I don't think it was part of. It wasn't recognized by the world government at that point in time, so they had kind of the freedom to do what they want.
Yeah, at that point when they got there, it wasn't recognized by the world government because the leader had been deposed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Which, dude, was a fucking douche. So
Yeah, that guy's a douche. Straight up.
it makes me laugh. I'm so glad that every time he shows up, it's like he just gets his shit rocked immediately. It's like, justice.
Like he gets rocked by everybody, and it's not even if he's one of the main guys on screen. If he's just there, he's still getting rocked in the background.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember one time, like, dude, he got beat by Nami before Nami was strong. So it's like, damn.
Oh yeah,
You got beat by Usopp too, bro.
yeah,
dude, you get beat by Usopp back then. That's kind of embarrassing a
Yeah.
little bit. But if you got beat by Usopp now, I'd look at you and go, you know what? That's fair. He probably had a pretty good chance.
Oh yeah, now I'd be like, you know what? I ain't mad. Back then, I'd be like, I was just like, wow, you are fucking up.
Because I
bud.
think Usopp's 10-ton hammer is one of my favorites because it's just 2 frying pans and some poles, and it's just paper mache around it to make it look like it's a 10-ton hammer.
oh my god.
And everyone pisses their pants when he lifts it up.
Yup.
Oh jeez.
See, he was just really good at faking it. That's the only. That is what Usopp had going for him. He just was really good at faking it.
He was just clever.
He was the epitome of fake it till you make it.
They do call him Usopp the liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he's a liar. He tells
Yeah.
falsehoods.
Oh
Really
man, you
good
should have seen him in
falsehood,
Thriller Bark.
He has returned.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Hello.
We spent a minute talking about the D&D campaign you're gonna run.
No, did you tell everyone you're afraid?
No, I told everybody
Very
I'm gonna be a
afraid.
bard.
Be afraid.
Yeah.
Be very, 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 very afraid.
And Dooms is gonna be Beast Boy.
This is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I want to be like a death metal bard. Well, maybe not death metal, like grunge metal. You know,
Really? I was thinking like a Taylor Swift bard.
I'm not being a Taylor Swift bard. You can bite my.
You
balls.
know,
So you think about your ex-girlfriend.
Long. That moment he rolls them, crit attacks on a sneak attack while he comes in from out of range, and he just comes in like a wrecking ball.
No, I'm gonna be real. I don't fuck enough people to be Taylor Swift. All right, you gotta fuck somebody new.
Like, I'm
Not even the
really-
route I was going with, but all right.
I'm just saying you gotta fuck at least 3 different people just to write an album. All right, I ain't got time for that. So let's tone it back. Let's metalcore, grungecore.
So like Adele.
No, not like Adele.
Look, you could do
Oh.
Thunderwave. You could do Thunderwave and sing "Rolling in the Deep."
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what song that
Oh
is.
my god.
It's
Okay.
brutal.
I know
That
so
But I can't believe
little.
it
That was-
just, past him.
Yeah, I know so little about the artists in which you're talking about that I cannot even understand the jokes you make. Okay.
My younger brother is quite a fan of these individuals, and
Which
Uh,
younger brother? Your youngest brother?
yes, the youngest.
Oh, the
Of-
one that's going to be in D&D with us. Okay.
Yes, the youngest
Okay.
of the clan.
All right.
He does know that I am a super metalhead, right? Like,
Oh yeah, he can't wait.
okay, because like I said, it's going to be all metal all the time. In this van, it's all Rush all the time. Okay? Nobody knows what
See,
that
what's-
reference is.
What's really
Oh, I
great
do.
I do.
about that particular brother is he's going to join your campaign
Yeah.
where you're DMing.
Yeah,
and-
whenever I get that off the fucking ground.
This kid is without a doubt going to be smarter than me, and he has a lot more flair for the dramatic. So
Oh gosh.
I can't wait for those phone
So,
calls.
so what I'm hearing is he's got a bit of showmanship to him.
Yes, yes.
The way
Okay.
he initially explained it to me was he was gonna do it was gonna be the same way you would do it Dooms, only with sparkles. Like
That sounds extremely accurate.
yeah, it's like he's gonna do everything
God
Dooms
damn it.
does, only he's gonna add glitter at the end. All right,
See, I don't think glitter's necessary.
I know you don't, but
Look, necessary,
Glitter is-
maybe
is
not.
Very unnecessary.
That would be
Necessary?
like giving. That would be like giving. I'm gonna borrow inspiration from somebody I actually know who's a coworker that from their D&D campaign. That would be like giving a dragonborn archer a bow, but this bow is like pink sparkly glitter, and the arrows that it shot also leaves a pink sparkly glitter trail that they have to chase after.
Yeah, but
There's a-
think by the time you're like level 18, okay, the kingdom is in fear of the color pink.
Yeah, and they're gonna see you coming and be like, "Oh
I'm-
shit, it's that guy."
Yep,
But they're
that's
not
pretty
gonna
much
be-
what I'm gonna see it as. This is gonna be, oh shit, here comes that guy.
Right?
It's like, "Oh shit, here comes Mr. Fucking Sparkles." Great.
You're gonna
Wait, I
you're
gotta
gonna
find
set
a
up-
picture now.
you're gonna set up a kingdom to panic at bedazzled pink on the horizon. That's an accomplishment.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
oh.
But also in Skyrim, they'd be making fun of him, calling him a milk drinker.
Yeah, but they'd be dead.
That's true.
Not necessarily. Depends on what the Dragonborn wants to do. I mean, depends on which shout you have too.
Well, I mean, there's some good ones, and then there's some absolutely useless ones. So you know,
I was
Yeah.
talking about the bend will shout.
I mean,
That's a
I'm
fun
still
one.
a big fan of Mark for Death.
So
Mark for
for
Death
Death.
be my favorite shout.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite thing ever is I like to go up to the Dragon Spire where they got that huge cliff,
Yeah.
and then I like to mod in a ridiculous number of enemies, and then just unrelenting force them over the edge of the cliff.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, I've done that a couple of times. I used to
Just-
actually do that in Fallout 4. I would spawn a whole bunch of enemies just so I could farm stuff.
Yeah, just to relive the that fantastic area of Force Awakens where you're Darth Vader fighting Wookiees.
Oh god,
That's a
that
pretty
was my
good
favorite
choice.
part of that game. The
It's
Wookiees were
just-
so stupid. You could just sit there and
Hey,
force push.
My
the
favorite
bridges and
achievement
kill
for that
them.
moment is worst day job manager ever.
Facts.
Because you fucking killed your stormtroopers with
I mean, I'm Darth Vader. Why should I give a fuck?
Exactly.
Darth Vader don't give a fuck. Darth
Darth-
Vader is the honey badger.
Exactly.
Yep. Fuck. Kill them
Oh.
all. Kill them all.
Yeah.
He really don't. Like the only fucking clones he cared about was the 501st. He could give a shit less about anyone else.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Which I mean, the 501st by themselves, even without Vader, is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
Why they're
part
the
of the
fan
gig.
favorite.
I'm gonna bring something up that's wild that happened in Tennessee, and it kind of bothers me that we're this far along as a country and yet still this far behind as a country.
Oh yeah, there's some backward things that happen here.
Yeah, especially here. A Jewish couple was denied adoption due to faith because they were Jewish. They were denied adoption. They were denied the ability to adopt a child because they're Jewish. And it was literally because they were not Christians.
That is so fucking illegal. It's unreal.
I
Mhm.
know. They're in the process of suing the state of Tennessee.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if that was the case, my great grandparents could have never adopted my grandpa.
Yeah. It's a wild. Well, it's because of a law that just got put in place like 2 years ago. So, yeah, they're not thrilled. They're suing the state,
Mhm.
I mean,
and
I
I'm
don't
going
blame 'em.
to.
I'd sue 'em
Yeah, I'm gonna follow this case because it's gonna take years, I would assume.
too. Oh yeah.
But this is something I'm gonna follow just because, like, I can't believe I live in such a backwards ass state sometimes. And the rest of you are from this backwards ass state. All
Hey, I got out.
And
Yeah, I know you got out, but like you three are still born and bred here. All right.
doesn't mean I'm the same level.
No.
Yeah. That doesn't. I'm gonna say it doesn't mean anything.
No, but I'm sure it makes you embarrassed to say you're from here some days.
Oh yeah.
Because
Days, yes.
goddamn.
It's kind of like when they talk about the other half of the state, and the rest of us are just like, the other half of the state is the other half of the state.
Oh yeah, like once you get past Nashville, that's a whole other state over there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything past Nashville, I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I don't care.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a whole new world.
Oh my lord.
I started singing on Chance's stream the other day, and he made me stop. He was like, "Listen, dude, takedowns are a thing. You don't even have to be good at singing. You just have to be careful." Yeah.
Oh man, those are some oldies but goldies.
Well, I was only a couple
Yeah.
days ago that I was on his stream. It was like a week. When
Oh,
this
I was
comes out,
referring
it'll
to
be.
chat.
Oh yeah. When this comes out, it'll be a minute. Because peek
Yeah.
behind the curtain, we're recording early this week, so we could have the ginger with us.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
So, question: how do I
Answer.
set this thing on speakerphone?
Fuck. I'd have to look. Dooms, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Give me just a minute to get back to the main thing here.
Let's see. Oh, Dooms, I like that last picture.
Yeah, that one was kind of the idea. I was going for a picture of my character.
Oh gosh. You're a
Oh, come on. I can't borrow inspiration.
No, you're fine. What was the first picture of?
Oh, I was thinking of that one guy that everybody just would have in their campaign, but he just happened to be like that cross up between like royalty, but he's also a prick.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a right prick.
Let's see here to go to speaker.
I'm sure there's like a speaker button.
Yeah, if you there should be a select audio output, like over top of the speaker option, and it should have a drop down that'll have a list of things. Like I'm doing mine on Bluetooth headset, but I can drop it to speaker or just the regular phone.
Okay, I'm
The
looking.
only thing about I think the only thing about the speaker is it like makes you really hard to hear.
Sometimes.
Because I know one time I did it and Kevin fucking hated it. He actually muted me because he couldn't stand the sound.
Mm,
Oh,
it depends on if you're
But
somewhere where it's echoey.
I mean,
I
I was
mean,
in my old house, so it was pretty echoey in my room.
Hmm.
oh man, I love the
Okay.
random bullshit.
I think I got
Mhm.
it figured out.
Do
But yeah,
you?
anyways. Yeah, back to your topic. My apologies.
You're fine.
Mhm.
I think we should all just come together and each of us buy a barrel of anal lube for the adoption agency because they're about to get fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They are
Yeah, they're about to
so
get
fucked.
over.
Well,
Like, let's just go ahead and call up Astroglide and buy in bulk because they're going to need it.
well, I know because
Mhm.
of one of the girls I work with does foster children, and she has told me that she doesn't have officially a DCS caseworker right now. Technically, their caseworker is the supervisor who was supposed to be the supervisor over the caseworker, but they don't have any caseworkers, so the supervisor is having to take cases. All right.
Mm.
Like, that's how complicated it's gotten and how short-handed they are for the amount of kids in the system right now. And the kids she has right now, she has because the mom slammed the door in the DCS caseworker's face and said, I don't give a goddamn about those kids. I don't want to hear about them ever again. And the dad is so bad off on drugs that, like, he's in rehab right now just for the chance of getting visitation. Like, even if he gets clean, he has very little odds of ever actually seeing his kids full time ever again.
But at
Like,
least he's trying.
yeah, I mean, trying to the point of he went to rehab the day before his court date.
Okay, so he's not trying. Okay.
No, yeah, he's trying to make it look like he's
He literally,
trying.
yeah, he
Yeah.
went there to avoid going to jail.
Essentially, yeah. Um, it's a whole complicated ass story. Like, a lot of people don't realize how bad drugs have gripped our area. I mean, Newport and the meth and the coke epidemic from over there, and fucking just the crazy shit in South Knoxville. I mean, it's pretty bad
Yeah,
around here
Newport
when
is
you really think
fucking,
about it.
Newport's fucking
Oh
nasty,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, like, Ginger, you live out west. How's it out there by you? Do you have to deal with any, like, gang violence or shit in your city much?
Not in the area I live in.
Well, no, you
I
live
live
in a
in
very
a
nice area.
I live in a predominantly Hispanic area, and they just don't deal with that shit.
Yeah, I forgot where
Mhm.
you live is very interesting. Like, I love where you live. Your house is located in, like, one of the most ideal spots in that city, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm 15 minutes from everything, and if I'm not, I can. It's still not far.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, when we
any
went
kind of
to
food.
the zoo and the science center and shit like that, it was like maybe 15, 20 minutes each way
Yeah,
for
and
you.
to the science center, most of that was just trying to find somewhere to park.
Yeah. Um, and like you have a gas station like literally right down the hill.
Yep,
Like,
I walk to it all the time. I have a car and I walk because it's just not that far away. I use more gas starting my car than I do driving to the gas station.
yeah. That's how I feel going to Dooms' house.
Mhm.
Like, although
Yeah, but going to Dooms, you got that big ass hill.
I got two big ass
Yeah.
hills. All right, like I actually got three big ass hills to get to Dooms' house. All right, like one of them's going down, but the other two are going up because he lives at the top of the hill. But
Mhm.
I took Mom's car up his driveway the other day, and it was like fucking driving a go-kart up the hill. It was so beautiful and perfect. I enjoyed it way more than I should have.
I feel like you should have a go kart just for visiting people that live less than a mile away.
Like
If
I've
it wasn't
considered
so
it, but
cold.
I've considered it, but Dooms is the only one close enough to warrant that.
Not true. Tim is actually within a reasonable distance.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'd
so
still
Tim
have
would
to
be good.
go onto Douglas Dam to get to Tim's house.
Mm,
Yeah, and a go kart, Douglas Dam is no bueno.
Yeah, like,
I've seen people do it though.
yeah, me too. I would use a dirt bike. I would get a dirt bike for that shit, because, like, I wouldn't want to take my Harley up your hill, but I wouldn't mind taking a dirt
yeah,
bike.
no.
Yeah. No. You cannot have a motorcycle going up and down that driveway of yours. That shit. No
Not unless you
That
bueno.
wanna
would
fuck
just
it
be
up.
murder.
Fuck yeah, it would. You'd have to, like, you would not be able to sit down the whole time. You'd have to stand up on your pegs the whole fucking time you're going up the hill. But then you wouldn't even have enough weight in your rear end. You would probably spin out a bunch because, like,
Hmm.
your driveway sucks so fucking bad. Oh,
And
I know.
tell me something else.
Hey,
Come on, get it out there.
at least it gets you out of work anytime it snows.
That is very true.
Like, all you got to do is let them is be like, "Hey, you want to come up my
Here's
driveway?"
a
and get-"
photo.
Yeah, here's a photo of my driveway. All right, it's bullshit and garbage, and I hate it. But the living conditions are nice.
Hmm.
You can't argue with the
I
living
mean-
conditions. You're off the beaten path. People don't know where you are. You can sit on your porch naked if you wanted to. Like,
Like my pappy's house, if it ever snowed, we were screwed the way that driveway was.
oh yeah, dude, I'm the same way
Straight
with the
down.
hills over here. There ain't no damn way. Plus, even if Dooms
Hmm.
could get down out of his driveway, there's no way he'd make it off Roberts.
Yeah,
No way.
because they don't do shit for Roberts.
Well, that's because it's the state's
No.
job.
Hmm.
All right. Like,
And
They
therein
don't
lies
feel
the
like-
problem.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, hell, the road I used to live on, Thorngrove, it was so close to the border of Knox and Sevier, neither county would do it. They were just like, nope, fuck it.
Oh, I understand. That's also why when it snowed the first time right after Christmas, when everybody lost power for days on end, it took almost a full week for some people to get power back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This county is not prepared for any fucking thing right now. And
No.
then,
Oh, no. Everyone acts like the fucking world is ending. Like,
well,
yeah.
one, anytime it snows, they act like the world's coming to an end. And two, since Christmas, uh, uh, basically a third of our county has had COVID for weeks. Like,
Mhm.
we've had our highest COVID numbers over the past few weeks that we've had the entire time. Like, honestly, our county has done pretty well on COVID numbers. Like, we've not had too many people getting it. Oddly enough, for a tourist town, we've been doing pretty good until Christmas of 2021 came.
Well,
And New Year's to
Because half the fucking
2022.
country came here.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking wild. If you tried to get in anywhere near Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg after 6
You couldn't.
p.m. on New Year's Eve, you weren't going anywhere. It wasn't.
but if you needed to this month, or actually the first week of February.
Yeah, if you wanted to go to Gatlinburg right the fuck now, it'd be a pretty quick drive. All right, like
Mhm.
I could from my house right now probably be in Gatlinburg in less than half hour. Okay. During summer, laughable, even at 10 o'clock at night.
Couldn't shake him with a stick.
Yeah, couldn't get there within an hour right now if it was fucking July.
Mhm.
All right, even on a Monday night, it'd be like, "Oh yeah, you want to get here? Oh yeah, you're funny. You're funny as shit. You have any
It's like,
idea
oh,
how
you
many?
want to?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're so fucking.
The thing that really sucks is all the fucking travel places are putting all the back roads on the maps now too.
Yeah.
So you can't even do that.
Are they not aware that is a cardinal sin?
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
Oh
they don't give a
no,
shit.
like the locals have told me
For
that
for
both
for the working
airlines
class,
have,
it absolutely is.
like, no. One of my friends works at a travel agency, and they told me that. I was like, dude, that is bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck would you do that?
I had a
No.
table. I had a table the other day, and they were from the area, and I was like, "Oh, me too. No way, no way." And they're like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Prove it." And I was like, "Okay, how?" And they're like, "What's a good back road?" And I was like, "Well, where do you want to go?" And they're like, "Anywhere." And I was like, "Douglas Dam."
And they're like, all
Mhm.
right, all right, you know.
And they were like,
Because not many people drive out here. It's
Yeah.
great.
Honestly, Patrick, you could have just been like, I used to live off Allensville Road. Like, people
Yeah.
don't know Allensville. All right, they know turn left here, turn right there.
Mhm.
All right, that's what they know.
Allensville, what is that?
Oh,
"Oh,
Dooms, did you go hard here for a minute?
I mean, this
yeah,
is stuff from previously that I've collected for like 2-3 years.
Jeez.
But some
Dooms,
of it is really good stuff that you could use for like D&D and whatnot.
Dooms, did Jazz tell you the rule to your druid?"
The no
Okay.
circle of spores.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine. I wasn't planning on abusing that at all, unless I needed to like get out of a jail cell for like specifically for plot reasons.
Look, I had Jazz look it up, and he goes, "Oh, this is fun. You should let me play it." I'm like, "How about no?"
Yeah, it
Mhm.
just looks like instant rape and death, you know? Why not? I like to murder hobo.
I mean, did you tell the ginger about how you
Yeah,
let
that,
Chance
that, that
become Reaper?
Yeah, I did let Chance be
oh,
Grim Reaper for a
yeah,
little
that was a
while.
big mistake.
Yeah, that's why that
Yeah,
campaign didn't last
he
long.
fought because we
Reaper,
fought a fucking dragon and he one-shotted it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
you
some
know,
He
bull.
I
literally
did that.
bitch smacked this dragon once and it died.
I did that with a war mage, because it was kind of fun. So I rolled. I did. God, what is that spell? Pretty much. Uh, I I looked at it and it hallucinated something very scary, and it had to make a con save. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, that's really dangerous on some monsters.
Yeah, so it had to make a con save, but if it failed the con save, it died.
Hmm.
Now,
That's
as
what
we all
Chance
know,
bitch smacked in System Shock.
yeah, so we essentially, and I wasn't thinking when I did this to a dragon because I was still new to the duh, and so I didn't think about the fact that it had an epic multiplier or an epic modifier, and there's no way in hell I was going to succeed. But then the DM rolled a nat 1, and I
Oh,
one-shotted an adult dragon, and he was very salty. I think
I
he
mean, I
then
would
proceeded
be.
to kill my
Would be
character
a,
3 separate times.
I'd be a little salty too. I mean, Jazz was pretty salty after that fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As a DM now, I understand, but at the time, I was like, "That was pretty fucking cool." I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is the notorious big bad enemy gets ambushed by 3 rogues at the same time, all using a coordinated takedown with sneak attack multipliers, and took 3/4 of the boss's HP out before turn 1 even began.
See, my father is making jokes about joining the campaign because he's been on TikTok and he has seen the craze about the gnome barbarian. So his
Oh my
exact
What
words
is not to
were,
love about a tiny gnome wielding a fucking just 2-handed sword? Like, come on.
well, no, he
I,
wants a battle axe, and
okay.
his logic is, okay, that somebody really strong in the party, right? Say you open a door and there's 15 enemies in the room, right? You just pick him up, chuck him in the room, and shut the door, and then just don't open it until the noises stop. That's his logic.
You know, as bad as I
I
want to get
mean,
at that, it's
he's at that point where he looks at it and he goes, "I just simply kill everything in the room. If my friends are not in the room, I don't have to worry about accidentally killing them."
But my father
he-
doesn't play D&D. My father plays D&D as much as Jazz's father plays D&D.
Oh gosh.
So he pretty much saw TikTok and he was like, I can do that.
Well, I play, and three of my brothers play. So it's very. He's constantly surrounded by it, and I think we've finally worn him down enough.
That he's
Mhm.
just like, I'll give it a shot.
I promised him that I would make him a DM character,
Oh.
and he could try it once. Not early, late, definitely late. But since we're doing Strixhaven College, what he doesn't know is essentially I'm going to make him
Oh.
Gnome Hagrid.
Oh boy.
He's going to be the
like that idea.
groundskeeper. I'm really excited for it. I really am. It's going to be glorious.
I'm really enjoying all these pictures Dooms are that you're just like keep posting slowly enough for me to look at, but fast enough I don't get bored
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
Yeah, he's just spamming the fuck out of this feed right now, and it's glorious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of shit in here. Dooms, do you still have the potion, the D100 potion?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it laying around somewhere.
Yeah, you need to look for that real quick, because that's something Patrick needs in his campaign.
See, you
Alright.
say that, but you also call me a mean DM. So I want you to think about that.
I do occasionally call you a mean DM. Yes, that is a thing. But it's something not for my campaign, for like your campaign with your buddies. Alright.
Oh, so you don't want me to use it on you. You just want me to use it.
Yeah, I just want you to have it as an option. It is a thing. That exists, you know. But well, Dooms looks for that.
Mhm.
We are over an hour here, so I'm gonna start doing the outro.
Yo, Kevin wanted to kill us.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the outro because I got to do fryers in the morning, so I got to get to bed soon. Unfortunately.
Well, I apologize for derailing all of your conversations.
No, it's fine.
Meh, it happens.
You know, like
You didn't do it.
yeah,
Like, dude, we literally no shit.
yeah, you're welcome back here in a couple weeks once we get done with some crazy shit we're gonna do here soon. Cause
I look forward to listening. Should be fun.
yeah, and now you can prove to your friends that you really do know us because you can show them this episode.
Well, in a week
people
I
doubt
can.
that you
Yeah, it'll come out on Friday. So
Okay.
Wait, people actually doubt that you know us?
I have gotten people to listen to the podcast at my job, and they're convinced it's like that situation in middle school where that one kid swears up and down he had a hot Russian girlfriend, but no one ever saw her, heard from her, or anything.
and you're just like,
you know-
you guys dismissed her. She's out of town.
Yeah. or you know, she's or in college that one dude who's like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend, but she works on a submarine. You know, it's just so.
I have a girlfriend, but she lives in Antarctica.
Yeah, exactly. So,
alrighty then. So I'll start this. You know, I'm trying to get better at outros. I'm not good at outros yet. But
How about Dooms as an outro this time?
Dooms is not doing the outro.
Nope.
I've tried and tried to get him to do any of that shit, and he's like not having it. So
I'll be here every week, but I ain't doing the outro.
Oh shit! Thank you for listening. Gerbil told me recently that we are listened to more on Facebook than we are on Spotify. I guess I don't know if that's true because I cannot.
Shocking.
Yeah, I've asked him to not show me the numbers specifically so I don't get obsessed with them. But thank everybody for listening. I want you to enjoy, keep listening. I don't know if we'll start the series next week or the week after, but I have a short killer series we're going to do. It might be 2 episodes. Hopefully it'll be 1 because goddamn. And anything else for you guys? You want to say anything else quick?
No.
Adios.
Well, that's good enough
Take
for
care.
me. Hail Satan and hail yourselves.